How to build your personal injury case and the essential steps to strengthen your claim. I'm Natalie Gerry. I'm a personal injury lawyer who helps people get the compensation that they deserve when they're injured. Today, I'm talking about the essential steps that you need to take to strengthen your personal injury claim. So in personal injury cases, gathering well-organized evidence is key to building a strong claim that shows who is at fault and proves that you deserve compensation. Good evidence helps to establish the seriousness of your injuries and boosts your chances of a positive result. This guide will walk you through the types of evidence to collect, tips on documenting it properly, and how to use this information to strengthen your case. As always, I would recommend that you also consult with a personal injury lawyer, but this is some helpful information. Step number 1, document the scene immediately. Take clear photos or videos of the accident scene showing hazards like wet floors or broken equipment. Make sure to take note of important details like the weather or traffic signals or visibility. This information can be really important later on, and it can be difficult to remember later on, so it's important that you document it. The second tip is to seek prompt medical attention. So getting medical care right away to treat your injuries and to create a medical record is extremely helpful. Make sure you keep all medical documents, treatment records, and updates on your condition. So it's not really necessary that you get your own medical records. If you go to a lawyer, then the lawyer will get the medical records for you. But if you plan to pursue it yourself, then it would be a good idea to get those medical records. The next thing you should be doing is making sure that you take note of any witnesses. So make sure that you get their information so that you can contact them. Make sure that if there's someone who saw what happened, that you could at least grab their name if possible, or just keep note if you were with someone you know, then that person will be a very helpful witness. In terms of the witness, you should also ask them to give a written or recorded statement to support your version of the accident. The witness's information can be very helpful to prove that there was someone who is objective or someone who witnessed what happened. This is very important to strengthen your case. If you have a lawyer, they will collect the statement for you, but if you don't, then you should definitely be doing that yourself. Tip number 4 is to preserve relevant physical evidence. So you want to make sure that you keep damaged clothing or items to show the force or cause of your injury. You also want to make sure that you are keeping your footwear, so your shoes or your boots, those should be preserved in the case of at least a slip and fall. You want to make sure that those are preserved to show to the defense lawyer what kind of shoes you were wearing and what condition they were in at the time. Tip number 5 is to file an official report if applicable. So if a car accident or an assault happened, you want to make sure that you are filing a police report at the time. And I know this is not always easy, so sometimes it can't be done, but if at all possible, a police report is helpful to show that you are consistent in your evidence and that you went at the time to report. In a workplace accident, it is important to request a copy of the incident report and to make sure that you do report that something happened to you. Tip number 6 is to collect evidence of financial losses. So if you miss time from work, you want to make sure that you are collecting all of the background evidence that will help to support your case and your claim for that time off work. If you hire a lawyer, they will again help you with collecting this documentation and letting you know exactly what you need to collect. In terms of proving your out-of-pocket losses, make sure that you save all receipts for things like if you had to take an ambulance and you were charged out of pocket, make sure that you keep that receipt. Make sure that you keep any proof or receipts for anyone that you paid to come into your house to assist you, or for any transportation to appointments, like for taxis. You want to make sure that you keep that. Finally, tip number 7 is just some additional tips that could help. So make sure that you create digital backups of all documents and photos so that if something happens, you have these backup versions. Organize evidence by date so that there is a clear timeline so that it's easier to present to the insurance adjuster or the other lawyer. And ensure consistency between your statements and your medical records. So you might want to review your medical records and the time so that you're consistent if you're talking to an insurance company, if you're giving a statement about what happened. As always, I would recommend that you consult with a personal injury lawyer if you are injured, because much as all of these tips sound like they're straightforward and easy to do, a personal injury lawyer can make sure that you're not missing anything and that your case is on track to secure the most compensation possible.